OVC Football Media Day in town today. The preseason prognostications are out. Jacksonville State, defending runner-up in the FCS, picked again to win the league for the 5th time in 7 years, followed by Eastern Kentucky, Eastern Illinois, UT Martin. Tennessee State all the way down at 6th. And when you talk to Rod Reed, perhaps that's a little something that can serve as motivation for the Tigers moving into this fall.
We love the preseason stuff because they mean so much. I mean, 6, is that a slap in the face or what?
You know, coming off a 4-6 season, you know, you could see why we were picked 6. I know we had a lot of injuries. You know, last year a quarterback was out for half the season, so you know that's on paper. You know, I tell the guys all the time, you don't play the game on paper. So preseason rankings mean nothing to me. It's all about what's going to happen on September the 3rd when we go out there and kick it off against Arkansas Pine Bluff and where we go from there as a team. So I don't put too much in the preseason rankings. You know, to be down at 6, you know, it stings a little bit, but, you know, that's to be settled on the field.
I'm curious to see the new coaches doing this league. You got 3 new guys?
All of those are 3 quality guys, so I'm sure they come from quality programs. So I know they know how to get it done. You know, I think the trick to it is being able to get adjusted to your teams and the personnel that you have and your new staff that you put together. And once you do that, the rest is gravy. It's all football. You know, I was talking to Richard Dent one time, and he told me I got to Chicago and I was kind of scared. And then he said, when I got out there on the field, I put my hand in the dirt, and he said my memory came back. You know, it's no different than these guys. You know, they've been in good programs, and I'm sure that they'll do a quality job.
How much pressure does that put on you to be the preseason offensive player?
I mean, he's just got to go out there and play ball. You know, we all know what he's capable of. I think that he's a tremendous talent. But, you know, being preseason, I told him, and I've been texting him every day that, you know, preseason rankings mean nothing. You know, we want to see where you end up at the end of the year. Now, if you're the defensive player of the year in December, then you've done something. But right now, you know, again, that's just like a preseason ranking. It's on paper.
But it does put a little bit of a bullseye on it, though. People want to maybe give him his best shot.
Well, it's great. We want that because we feel like we have some other quality guys on the other side of him that can rush the passer also. So we're just going to tell them to pick your poison on that one.
Did you get a sense this year, Coach, of what this team is going to be about, kind of?
You know, I think that we've matured a lot. You know, last year, due to injuries, we were forced into playing a lot of young guys, and, you know, that was a good and a bad thing. But, you know, I think that we're much more mature on both sides of the ball, having to have to play some young guys, gain them some experience. And, you know, we lost 2 games in overtime. You know, we lost a game where we had a 14-point lead, you know, in the first quarter and ended up losing. So I think that we need to learn how to finish. I think that our guys have done a good job in the offseason tackling, you know, that aspect of our conditioning phase, and I think that our guys in the summer has done a really good job. So I think we'll be ready for the fall, and I'm interested to see how we jump out of the gate with this football team.
It'll be interesting to see how the Tigers respond with a healthy O'Shea, Ackerman, Carter under center this fall. And as Rod Reed mentioned, a bunch of young guys trying to grow up in that program. Last year they lost a bunch of close games, 3 games where they had leads and then blew it, 3 games where they lost by less than a touchdown, weren't able to overcome that. Turn that around, all of a sudden you have a very successful season. That's what the Tigers hope to do now in 2016. Will Healy trying to turn around a program at Austin Peay that's won just 1 game over the past 3 seasons. It will be a difficult task, but the 30-year-old Healy certainly seems up for the challenge.
How's it been?
It's been a whirlwind. I don't think there's any doubt about it. You know, it still doesn't feel real at times. You know, I think I'm very confident in the direction we're heading. I got unbelievable people around me and gotten a ton of support from our athletic director and our president, and I know it's where we're supposed to be. I feel great about where we're going forward. I know we can win there. I know we can do things the right way. We can recruit. We got great facilities. It's just it's a process and learning something new every day. I told somebody it's like having we've got my wife and I have a 19-month-old, and I feel like it's going through that again. You know, where you don't have all the answers, but whatever answers we don't have, we're finding out, and we're learning from experiences, some good, some bad, and we're gonna get it right.
So what's a realistic expectation for year 1?
You know, I don't know. I think we can be competitive. how many wins and losses that equates to, I don't know. I know our schedule is ridiculously tough. Anytime you play Troy, Kentucky, and Mercer out of conference, and then you go play the OVC schedule, there's no circled wins on your schedule for sure. But I think we can go compete and try to find a way to sneak up on some people and see what happens. I think you're trying to build a foundation moving forward where 2 or 3 years from now, people are talking about you with the shot. You're not picked, 9th in the conference. But I know that's a process, and recruiting is the fastest way to make that happen, and so that's what we're committed to doing now.
How much of a challenge is that, just kind of changing the way people think about Austin Peay football?
When you have a young staff like we do, I think you can sell a vision and you can sell a culture change, and when you've got facilities to back that up, that has not been very difficult for us. I think we had a lot of success in recruiting with this class. They have backed up what we thought they could be when they've come on campus for this summer, and so when you've got a vision, you've got coaches that can go sell it, and then you got facilities to back it up. We can have a lot of success at our place, and I think that's going to be relevant over the next couple of years with what we do in recruiting.
Taking over this team, how much do you want to win that first game just for the players who are part of the program last season?
I think you want to win every game for sure. I think the first game, as much as you talk about it, you try to talk about little steps with having some success, and whether it's in practice, whether it's with the media, whether it's in